Okay, guys, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot in this video here because I'm already going to ask you guys to kind of do a little bit of a lot this week. Um, so this week, as kind of our final hoorah in the religious knowledge systems, is I want you to kind of explore this ongoing debate and this ongoing idea. So last week I had you guys watch The Unbelievers with Richard Dawkins and Lawrence Krauss and their kind of tour around America, so on and so forth. This week, so one of the things that Richard Dawkins and Lawrence Krauss kind of hint at, but they never really go in depth on, and that's a problem with Dawkins and Krauss often, is that they don't really go into a lot of depth of things, but they talk about whether or not religion is good for the world, whether it is a force for good for humanity. So this week I'm going to have you watch this monk debate here. So if you don't know anything about the monk debates are debates put on by the Monk Debate Society. It's these guys, and they bring some of the best thinkers in the world together to have debates and dialogues around things. They have an unbelievable series of debates. If you're ever wanting to get into topics or kind of think deeper about really specific topics, they've got debates on almost everything, right? The rise of populism, the role of China, so on and then so forth, right? And so this week I'm going to have you watch a monk debate. It's an older debate between Christopher Hitchens and Tony Blair. So if you don't know who these two cats are, that's understandable. You guys are high schoolers. So Christopher Hitchens was this guy. He was an unbelievable author, writer, social critic. He wrote one of my favorite books ever called Letters to a Young Contrarian. He was a devout atheist who was opposed. He described himself as an anti-theist, not only somebody who didn't believe, but who was opposed to unbelief. And he was considered to be one of the better thinkers and orators of his time. He died of cancer back in 2011. He's been dead for a while now, and he's going to debate this guy, Tony Blair, who was the Prime Minister of England. For those of you that don't know about British politics, the Prime Minister is basically like the President. Tony Blair was the Prime Minister of England, I want to say back in the early 2000s. Yeah, Prime Minister of England from 97 until 2007. So for 10 years, that's a long time, right? Very influential figure, and they have, I think, a really nice debate. And what I really like about this debate is that they're very cordial. These guys were actually friends, and it. So I want you to watch this debate for a couple of reasons. One, they're both brilliant at debating this. They are knowledgeable. They are articulate. They give great discussion to the topic at hand. But also, it's a great example of how two people who have divergent political opinions can still find a way to be friendly with each other. How they can have complete opposite beliefs but still recognize the humanity and the beauty in each other, and and come together through that. You're going to see two people who disagree on this idea pretty passionately, but they never resort to attacking each other. They never resort to these kind of ad hominem attacks or like degrading each other. They're simply speaking about ideas. And if there's one thing that I'm disappointed in our modern world, if there's one thing that I'm very sad that we're leaving you as the next generation, it is this kind of degradation of like discourse. The fact that people seem to have forgotten how to talk and have discourse with people that they disagree with, and still realize that they're people, and then that is okay. Um, and I think that is something that Krauss and Dawkins also are very guilty of. If you watch The Unbelievers last week, they were not always the most gracious or the most kind. And so I think that this debate is a really good example of kind of what I think discourse should look like as well. So yeah, so you'll have some questions to answer about the debate. Um, that you'll turn in as your assignment, and then that's going to be relatively. I mean, that's basically going to be it. I think this is going to be kind of how we wrap it up. I'm going to do a live session class. I think I'll see you guys on Thursday this week, not Friday. I think I'll see you guys on Thursday this week. So, but I'll do a live session if you want to come in and chat and say hi. We'll talk about the debate. We'll talk about religious knowledge system if you guys want. I'll just check in. But yeah, so that's your assignment this week. I'm not going to talk a whole lot longer because this debate is long and the questions are kind of nuanced. So I want to give you guys time to do it and do it right. Try to get it done this week if you can, but if not, that's fine. Take your time. I would rather you watch the debate and do it right and like answer the questions well than just try and skim through the debate and rush through it or whatever else. All right. So as always, if you need anything, let me know. I'm always here for you guys. I'm always willing to help. Like I said, Thursday this week I'll drop in and I'll give you guys a what's up. All right. I'm out.